Okay, the microphone is working this time. I swear to God, I literally had to double check. Ah, god damn it. I've noticed there are several different reasons why my microphone gets cut off. One of the reasons is actually the fact that the my PC Windows gets update and everything for some reason gets cut off and I have to rewire everything. Or the GG, the SteelSeries sonar is having a stroke after an update and literally does that. Also, why the heck Davis is cross-eyed? For God's sake. I'm going to go mad. Okay, I hope that's the one. Lip sync. Where is the microphone output? Microphone. SteelSeries sonar. Okay, perfect. Now you can hear me talking. See. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just write down the thing, and we should be alright. Eh? There are going to be a couple of things that I'll need to change. So just so you would, get ready. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's that. That. Copy. Post. 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 So I have that. Here I cannot. That. 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 Okay, I guess that's that. Alrighty. Is this the POV of a cat? So kinda. Basically, Raora has her fan base called Chatini, and it's a blue cat. Chatini Catini, and basically, it's a cool blue cat. It has a jetpack, right? So yeah. And basically that's the idea. So I did promise to give her a bit more motherly figure, and I've googled anime moms, and basically there was one huge difference between this body build and and those body builds, so I guess we are going to try to resolve that. Also need to fix couple things to fit in the thematics, I guess. Just couple small differences, just couple small differences. Yeah. reaching mommy characters, I see. Yes. So yeah, the change is big, but not really. Actually, let me make a trick. Cut out. I suppose. Hi Karen, glad to have you here. How are you? Hoping how's going? If you make the waist leaner, the boobs will look bigger. Yeah, yeah. I was wondering about that, but like, that's another aspect of this kind of characters. The waists are not really as thin. You know, it's the age. You know? I guess I can try, but we'll see. I suppose. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Although, there's that thing. I'm not sure if this liners is actually something I want to go for. Like, I'm not sure of this liners actually. Okay. I suppose. Without her. In anime measurement, consider big booba when they are like this size of the head without her. Yeah, that's about right. It goes from here to here. Right now, the booba, right? So it's like kind of like this, right? So it actually fits in. So we are clear. Yeah, I suppose. I have a new game idea. I'm scared, but if you wanna share, go on. Okay. Oh, okay. I've just got a notification on Discord. I was like wondering what was up. You're a shapeshifter and turn into kitten dog, but involuntarily because you can't control it yet. Oh. And what is your goal? Stumble upon various things people wouldn't see. Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen this movie. Karen, Karen. There's a movie like that? I guess it kind of rings. I don't think so though. It kind of rings a bell though. But maybe I'm mixing it up with some other game that might be very similar. If there is any. Yeah. The thing is, I'm not sure about the line work on this one. So, there's an anime where the guy turned into other girl, into the girl's dog, bruh. Like a literal dog, yeah. Is that the one where she wears him? Wears him? No, I haven't seen it. Oh my. There are things that I really don't know. Huh. Good evening. Hi Momo, glad to have you here. How are you? Hope everything has going. I think this might be this first time say around, so hope you find a comfy corner here. How have you been? So yeah, I'm not really sure if the line art for this one is comparable to the other one. I don't know, that's something I'm noticing. Every now and then my liners are just changing on their own. They are not like the other ones. Like for example, this one, right? Like compare line work on this one to the line work on this one. Like the face is off. I see now. Okay, the face is kind of fixed now. But still though, a lot of things are not thinking right now. Also, I want to delete these lines because I want to paint them on. Oh. And yeah. Life is as Inukai-san's dog. Bruh. Don't remember much about it since I watched it as a kid. Something about divorced or was a dead dad turned into a dog, and the film is about him exposing some dog pound abuse and returning to his family as a dog. Oh yeah, I remember that thing. I remember that movie. Yeah. Yeah, the so basically I think that was some kind of like a detective, or was he some kind of a police officer. He dies, but reincarnates as his family dog, and basically he chases down, because actually there's something going on with the dog pound, and at the same time, you know, and at the same time he like discovers that there's some mafia things going on. Thanks, I'm doing fine, just drawing sketches. Let's go, Momo, let's go. Feel free just to chill with us and drawing together. But yeah, I'm really not sure about this line work. There are a couple things I think I might need to just edit still. I'm not sure if we're going to start shading. I hope so, but we'll see. I'm always shading from skin anyway, and I don't think there's much skin on her. I don't think there is much skin on her. Proceeds draw a flesh golem. The hell you mean? This music sounds like a Rob Dogan remix of the main theme of Westworld. Oh my. By the way, Twitch has a huge controversy going on. They've made like, oh, it's a VTuber day, let's appreciate all the VTubers. Meanwhile, Twitch week before. Oh yeah, so here are the presents for streamers, and here are the presents for VTubers. take all that pile of presents for the VTubers and just throw them out. Like, throw them out like trash. Straight up. Huge thing happened. Like, this TwitchCon was literally the worst. And that is a lash. You know? By the way, the thing about the presents, it happened to be a community note under their post. No bueno. No bueno, Twitch. Is this any good, or is it feeling annoying with tropes and half of the episode is mystical sun rays that block the whole screen? I wonder why there have to be those mystical sun rays. I wonder why. Yep. For sure, something absolutely normal and anime-like. Haven't seen it, but that one came into mind. I see. I think there are loot stuff in there because those of my friends watched it. Okay. I get you. Alright. You know I know some weird people. Yeah. I'm wondering, should I make the flashy even brighter skin tone? I've seen like nearly white skin tones in anime. Want to find a good anime skin color too, which can be used flat style. I guess this one could be a little more pink-ish? Kinda, yeah. But actually, if I take it like this, put it all the way up and brighten it out again. So that's 255, 244, 240. And that's actually like very bright skin tone. I guess I'm going to add it. Or, you know, I wanted to color these characters. Now I'm thinking about making the whole game black and white with very few things with color. Like that parkour game. Yeah. And ironically, I do know which parkour game you are talking about. Yeah, Mirror's Edge. Surprisingly, I know. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Even though I'm really bad at it. And yeah, I really like that. Mine too. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so that's the skin tone I can go behind. On like some bright one. And that's a... Oh! Oh! The problem comes when they start shooting at you and have to do combat stuff, not just parkour. Now I remember watching High School DxD in middle school, also High School of the Dead. I've got an entire document of the scripture of High School DxD with all the characters, their relationships, and what would be, and hints for rewriting the entirety of High School DxD into shonen or seinen anime, because I actually wanted to make rewrite High School DxD into I wanted to you know, I wanted to rewrite High School DxD into one of those, like slice of life with shonen or slice of life with seinen. Like, you know, the main character, like, as he sacrifices his arm, it's not like happening like somewhere off camera, but actually it's like during the fight, and actually his arm is like getting turned into ash, like nearly cut off, you know, like this kind of thing, and then it turns into the dragon's arm. Like, the thing about High School DxD is that it can actually be rewritten into really good, really darn good shonen, I guess shonen anime. Like, actually. So, despite of the you know, despite of all of the all of the fan service that is there, it has some actual potential, but got ruined by the goon. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because here's the thing, like, I think I've already talked about it. I have a weird thing that in the recent streams I've also talked about that. So basically, the thing is that if you read the description of High School DxD, you wouldn't actually know that it's the kind of anime it is until like later part of the description, where they are starting to introduce the connection of the girls with the guy. Yeah, it did have a lot of potential, actually. Every high school anime is a harem anime. For some reason. I mean, there are high school anime that are not harem anime, but most of them are. Hi Jimmy, got to be here, how are you, hope it's going? Well, hello there, General Kenobi. Ah, General Kenobi. Saved me from eating my lunch alone. Let's go! Tell me one that isn't. Having chicken, noodles, and Polish sausage. Let's go. Yeah! Kiełbasa! Let's fucking go! Oh my. Well, yeah, anime that isn't. There was one, I don't remember the name of it right now. God damn it. I'll have to check. I don't remember the thing. I don't remember the title of the anime right now. It was some school life kind of thing. So it wasn't a harem anime because it was like just slice of life kind of stuff. Wait, WTF? What's up? Raora is an artist, yeah. Like she makes that Raora Mama kind of thing because she wants to actually make a Vtuber model for someone. And she drew the character which you drew previously. Which character? The pirate? Marine? Yeah. Raora is really good artist. And ironically, if I would really have to order a model from someone instead of drawing it myself, it would probably from Raora. But I'm an artist and my artistic pride is telling me that it would be a waste of money if I would order things from other artists, no matter how much better they might seem to be than me. And also, you know, just wanting to kind of figure new things out, etc. But yeah, I don't have the kind of money to I probably don't have the kind of money to order from her. She actually made a avatar for you know, an outfit for Kara. So yeah. David's favorite DXD character? Mine is Akana, Fallen Angel motif. Make me cringe teen years, happy. Was also bro. Ironically, mine is also Akana. She just seemed, you know, she seemed to be one of the characters that has much more personality than anything else, you know what I mean? There are characters who have no personality at all. Akeno is different. She actually has it. She's like one of the very few actual main characters, I suppose. Okay. Right. Let me see. I guess? Another show that I liked as a middle schooler was The Fruit of Grisaya. It was also ruined by the gun. It got weird as F in S2 and will be forever in my mind. I just wanted cool soldier with tragic backstory. Why they have to do that? Well, because Gun. Also, we are speaking about all old times, you know. Back in the days, even the freaking thumbnails were covered by the Goon on YouTube. Like, not even searching that far away, freaking Smosh. you can see the pattern, and it's not even about the fact that, you know, they were just young and wanted to have boobs on the thing, right, on the thumbnail. It actually was a thumbnail that was getting clicks. Ma, did you know that Mama Max, yeah, he's a twerp, was doing a reviews before he pivoted to his deep voice LARP? I don't know who that is. I guess we can try that later. I'm not even sure if I should. Red catcher YouTuber who got cancelled for trying to blackmail creators for not joining him fast enough. Also, it was found that his investigations were not 100% factual. It's changing things to be more dramatic. Okay. It sounds like he was trying at first to like get around people and, you know, hey, you know, like, let's do stuff together, and they were telling him lol no. So he went in to grow his channel quickly in a very specific way, so then he can just guilt trip people into not joining him fast enough, so he would have the last laugh. But first time hearing about him. Damn. Also, now as I'm looking at it, for some reason, the skin tone and like the shading, it looks like it was done with the freaking Copic markers. It's like very typical for Copic markers kind of shading that I've seen around the internet. Why? It does. Yeah. No why. I have very inconsistent art style. I really want a consistency in my life with my art style. And yet I've done 20 OCs and I still can't do any of that. Any kind of consistency, really. Nothing. Despite making so many illustrations and characters in that specific art style. I guess it's still going to come in its own time, am I right? And that's something to look out for. Whenever I'm going to think of making some learning sessions, I guess that's something to look down for. Picking up some of my older artworks and just, you know, trying to get the same kind of thing. Where is that guy? Did they go watch the dog anime? Nah, probably he was caught in some shenanigans or ordering food. There we go. Yeah, it's the time, am I right? I mean, if I want to be prickly, I could even draw her cellulite, right? I don't know. I wonder, you don't really meet people drawing this kind of stuff. Like, you know, realistic, kind of realistical, you know, portrayment of older people, especially older women. You know, so like people don't really draw things like cellulite, they don't draw things like, you know, body hair. Everyone is just cleanly shaved, has no like issues. It's always like 0% fat tissue. Hi daily bot. Oh my. Go Tumblr or B-Sky. I've looked through it. I'm talking about normal artworks. Okay? I know that some people have a thing for it and there's lots of artists who are still doing that, but the other kind of... See some guys drawing fat chicks. Yeah, but they're still not really going into those portrayment. You know? It's because reality is ugly and artists want aesthetic perfection. I don't. I hate artistic perfections. I am. I guess so. Be right back. Alrighty. Yeah, it's like one of the things. Am I right? It's like one of the things. I actually like that area. I don't like this area. Let's soften that thing out. And I guess I can do something like that? Yeah, that looks way better. Okay, makes sense. And for that, I guess we can just... Maybe? Many artists do art for the gun, it just happens that bigger bodies are not as mainstream. I guarantee you Tumblr and Biscay artists also do it for the same reason, preference. Ironically, I would say that it's actually the opposite. Bigger bodies are actually on the internet, surprisingly, have much more clicks than the thing. Mostly because of some like inside kind of stuff happening with NSFW artists, like sub niches and stuff, but like, you know. Yeah, it gives us the big dummy mummies. Oh my, so that's what you all want to see? It's the same with video games. Less attractive characters are less popular. True. True. Like an uglified DI characters versus hyper feminized Chinese ones. True. I hate both, to be honest. There's like a thin line between that. There has to be like a middle ground. I think Japanese people know how to do that. They already like worked out the very middle. You know, they've played around with many designs. Everyone else is just trying to catch up now to their level, so they're just trying out. That's why DI characters were on one side and hyper-feminized Chinese characters on the other side. Because Chinese people were uglifying their characters previously. Characters must be some kind of ideal, even if ugly. Yeah, but like, the thing is, like for example, you have Aloy, right? You look at Aloy and basically people were like, you know, you have like already there were people that were making like facial detectors if someone is a man, you know, if the face is more feminine or masculine, right? And like they've checked for Aloy from the other game, from the first one, and it was like 100% feminine, right? Meanwhile, they've took the Aloy, quote-unquote older Aloy at that point, which, mind you, I think she's supposed to be around 30, so she wouldn't look old or anything. They just made her like that. So they took Aloy from the second game, and it literally showed like they tried to make her androgynous, yeah. So basically, in the second game, like literally after checking the facial structure, it showed the 100% masculine facial construction, which is actually artist's mistake. It just shows that artist wasn't skilled. For me, because he had to make a woman that was known to be a woman, and they failed because they drew her like a guy. That's the thing, you know. So there are you know, aspects. You have masculine females, but it still wouldn't be, well, it would be kind of similar to feminine males, but still there's a visible border between them, because the facial like the bone construction is different, muscle construction is different. All of that is like making the differences that should be visible. If those algorithms pointed out that Aloy was 100% masculine, it means that someone actually failed to make a masculine one. More like the fat distribution. No. Fat distribution too, but everything. The bodies are fully different. Skeletal construction, muscular construction, fat distribution points, everything is different. Same with, like, you know, guys, you know, even if we have the same descriptions for the body types, right? Endomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph, mesomorph, and the other one. Bodybuilder's face change with steroids because distribution? Kinda. Ectomorph, yeah. Thank you. So mesomorph, endomorph, and ectomorph. But if you look at endomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph body types for males and females, you still see a huge differences. Look at feminine bodybuilders and look at masculine bodybuilders, right? You still have differences. And it's not because, steroids and stuff, like, sure, those can make differences, but still, like, the muscle forms and everything, all of that is going to look different. Like, let's say male bodybuilder is lifting 200 kilograms on max, and women bodybuilder is lifting 200 kilograms at once. So on max, so they're like kind of the same level, right? You would say. But if you look at the women bodybuilder like shape and at the man bodybuilder shape, it's going to be different. It is going to be different because the muscular structures are not the same. They're not the same level. If they're capping at the same weight, for me that's the same level. Kinda. Because even if you would say it's not the same level, because for the guy it's not like as much, but for the, you know, for the girl it would be, it still shows a lot, considering the fact that still if you measure in that, kinda, yeah. But like, you know, it's like, even considering those differences, right? You can still see the difference in muscular distribution. Muscular form, right? Because like, sure, the guy could be like capping at higher weights, for example. and he just doesn't really look as shredded, and meanwhile the girl can look really darn shredded. I know it takes a muscular female to lift the same weight as regular kinda unfit me. And that comes from the differences I've mentioned. Right? Because we have different muscular forms than women. That's why, for example, forensics are capable to even forensics are capable to determine the difference between race and gender of the bones. Why? Because evolution, genders, they're like making all the different changes that are necessary for certain that were necessary to be done. Easy to tell from pelvis, for example, but also forensics are not looking only at the pelvises, because guys can have wider pelvises too, and then it's going to look like feminine pelvis, right? It's the skull that tells you everything. No? Yes. It's different shape? Yeah, kinda, yeah. Because females are going to have a split on front, because the pelvis needs to kind of like be ready to kind of winden up. Again, like differences, right? So the thing about it, bones don't meet the same angle. Also true, yeah. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that I think that if you are looking at the like realistic portrayment of the body type and looking at that uglifying and not uglifying, you can still uglify a character and make it accurate. That's what I'm trying to say. Because, for example, okay, I can agree, maybe Aloy in the first game was made more perfect. But if they wanted to make her realistic, while literally making her a guy, because that's not a face of a woman, you know? That's not the bone structure of a woman, that's not the muscle structure of a woman around the face. That's what I'm talking about, you know? So that's like... that's kind of messed up, come to think of it, because like you know, they could literally try to go for the actual realism, but they've failed miserably and messed up the characters, because I doubt that the thing was that, oh, she must look like a guy, you know? I doubt. Most likely the actual rules of the DEI was that the characters must be more realistic. To me, as an outsider that's never played the game or seen the old model, Aloy looks like fine to me. Aloy looks fine to me. You mean the new one? Wait, I need to kinda show you what I mean. Yeah. You mean the new model of Aloy? Because I can tell you that, you know... You're muted for me? I don't think I was talking. So here's the difference, right? Rounded out chin, more protruding cheekbones, sure, rounded out jawline. Meanwhile, square-shaped jawline, rigid, rough-lined jaw, just entire jawline. So it's not only chin that's wide and flat, it's the entire jawline that got sharp. Cheekbones not protruding, so the fat is accumulating in the lower part where it would actually accumulate for a male, because for the girls it would like accumulate around here and here, so there would be like this kind of shape building up, especially with her facial construction, because her facial construction is actually a diamond, right? So we are talking about the diamond facial construction. So that is a male facial construction, not a woman. Male. She looks like a man. That's that. Because the bone structure, muscle construction, and fat accumulation points are as of for the male face. That's really problematic, I have to say, because a lot of characters suffered this thing, and I can tell you that if they would actually try to go for a realistic build for a woman, which they still kinda tried to, like, let's keep in mind that Aloy in the first game was way younger, so of course she wouldn't have any like any like lines. Her face would be like a bit more tender, there wouldn't be like wrinkles, fat accumulations or anything, because she's young. I think she's supposed to be around like 17, 18 years at that point, so like you can see that actually like she still looked like a fit female, kinda. She still looked kinda realistic. And in later game, like sure they made her like older, but I don't think they've made her as older. I think she was like around her 30s, like late 20s if I remember correctly. So in the Forbidden West, actually Aloy jumped from actual young women to a male. I still think she looks fine, but I get what you're saying. She looks like an egg. But yeah. So like, you can say that she looks fine, but like if you actually rethink the entire like facial constructions and look into something with like very rough judgmental analytic eye, you're starting to see those differences. She's 18 in the first and 20 in the second, then there's no way that there will be such a difference between the facial construction. There is no way. Actually, in 2 years, there is no way. If she's 20 in the second game, that's absolutely their artist's full mistake. Of course, they were forced to that, but like, still, they've messed up because they're supposed to say no to that. It's their job to make the designs looking okay. Okay, now I get the backlash. Yeah. Or she has some serious health problems. Could be, but doubt, Because either that or she's supposed to be dead by the end of the game. Also, I've seen also people with serious health problems, and still 2 years with such a change is still way too much, way too fast. And still her entire facial construction was changed, so yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm saying, Huion. Like because like, okay, if you are speaking about women that are in like 40s, right? In 40s, the fat starts to drop from the cheekbones and go lower, so then the face can round around, but still the chin shouldn't be so wide, right? Because that's like the guys, like the specific thing that is usually male structure. Also, she looks like the weird eyebrow actor guy without the weird eyebrow. Yeah. Yeah. Still a guy. So, yeah. So, actually, how did we went through all of that talk just by wondering why people are not going for some realistic structures to spice up the characters every now and then? Like, bruh. Because, you know, like, I understand drawing already made characters which... Because people don't want to see ugly. Yeah, I understand that. You know, I understand that, but like... Those things doesn't have to be ugly, you know what I mean? But maybe, again, like, I was very specific realism artist before going into manga and anime. So, I suppose, you know? I suppose there's a huge difference in the rules of... you know, huge difference in the rules from actual realism. Everything is uglier than non-realistic perfection. True. True. Big booba goth dummy mummies. And just realistic women. Not the same. You'll never get your dummy mommy, goth dummy mommy. Dear lord. Which leg is the right leg? Her right leg or our right leg? Oh, I see. This one. Because like, right, she's facing that, so... Right, left, here's the left, here's the right, so... Yeah, that's the left leg that goes in front of everything. Yeah, that's... yeah. When you zoomed in and I haven't seen the skirt fold, I couldn't tell. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I have to say I've got lost for a second too. That's why I had to zoom out. Because her both knees are rotated, but the feet aren't. Damn. Also, I think I was once again talking with that pretentious tone. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's turning on out of all of a sudden. Like, I'm really not trying to sound pretentious, I'm just trying to, like, say something, no? Okay. Thanks, Lord. Thank Lord. I tell you when you do. Okay, thank you. Like, really, it's so problematic for me, like, out of nowhere, I've just developed it, and it just starts to come around. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to be pretentious. I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to. I guess it's just the thing I've kind of started to have when I'm trying to explain something. It's like a very weird thing. Used to explain sometimes, but that one time it was really aggressive. Oh? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. I don't know. You talked about VTubers? Oh. Yeah, I don't know why. Let the hate flow turn into the next Asmon god. By the way, thoughts on Asmon? I don't like him. Asmon is not really that pretentious. He's just... I mean... You're angry or something? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not getting angry out of nowhere. You know, I'm just kind of... Yeah. I don't even recall being angry at that peculiar moment. I didn't even caught myself up on the fact that I was talking this way. I used to watch Asmon. I kinda do. I also kinda did every now and then, but again, not subscribed, only cutouts, clips from his streams. Yeah. I mean, he's just kinda showing how it is for people with money. There is that, like, the majority of time he has valid points. Yeah. That's the thing, he's kind of like, you know, he kind of have, you know, those kind of points, but... And he also, you know, kind of watches through things, called out a couple people on some bullshit. Because he kind of know it from the first place. But he's more or less the same kind of scumbag, I would assume, that, you know, that he's now calling out. I don't know about that, like... I guess something like that. Looks good, but I guess something like this wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Yeah. And just... Ooh. Yeah. But in some cases he's wrong or uninformed or just don't say things because defensive and people outsource their opinion for him unconditionally. True. That's another issue. But it's, you know, influencers. If I'm going to sit here and tell you that to get better at drawing is not to draw at all and just not care, you know, there are going to be people that might think that's a bullcrap, but then there are going to be people who are going to just, oh yeah, I feel like learning to draw, and they're just going to stop drawing for a week and then come back to their artworks, you know, just come back to drawing. Kind of the same thing, in theory, of course, but like, you know, yeah, a lot of people are outsourcing their opinions on those. It really depends on how convincingly can someone argue for their point. Kinda, but not for everyone. There are just people who have their idols and they're going to take up their opinions unconditionally. Hi Muto, good to have you here. How are you? Hope it has going. I'm good. Lechong. I'm overshading right now. Bobber! Damn, my work was today kinda meh. I mean, it was boring, but that's good. I like when my work is boring. Nothing happens. Oink. At least that, you know? No one was bothering me. Haven't had any stupid meetings. Start spinning. Yeah. I'm good on that one. I am. I still need to span the thing a little bit. I just realized I have a spinning chair, never spun around in my 4 years using it. um, what, really? Huh. I'm just trying to always utilize 100% of my chair. You got used to always wearing corded headphone and can't spin with that. I see. That makes sense, yeah. Tell me, do those legs look okay? Do ya? Also, I shouldn't spin after it. By the way, did you notice that if you spin without in your chair without eating, it's like okay, all okay? Ever since I saw a video of exploding Chinese spinning chairs, I opt to sit on a regular chair. Yes, okay. Legs look okay. Yeah, some well-shaved baby skin mommy legs. Okay. If you ask about the color, what seems to be wrong with the color? I got food. Let's go. No, the color is good. Okay. Needs varicose veins for realism. I was thinking of getting her the angles confuse me sometimes when I look there. I see. By the way, I need to delete that crap and merge the layers. Also, wait, I need to first delete that because now I figured out that she's looking mischievous. Needs bite marks for realism? The hell do you mean bite marks? Well, I guess a little vein won't hurt. Or maybe. Or maybe... I don't know. I don't know. The spin inhibited Zega's decision making, now they're horny on main. That's my secret. Oh my, oh my. Oh my. She looks squishy in a good ways. I figure out why I like so much. I know my weakness. Cage. Girl giving me food. I see. It's been a while since I was in the cage. True. Like the McDonald's cashier girl, everything is fine until she hands me food, then I want to marry her. By the way, it looks so weird when I know that the rest of the flats is not placed. I don't know, man. I don't know. Everett Zega doesn't have a Fantasia. I bet he gets a whole happily ever after the dream sequence every time. Oh my. You know, if you got a mini pig and it turns out to be just a baby pig which grows into a full-sized hog, what would you do? Go with the flow and just accept it as a pet, or eat bacon for weeks? What question is this? Cook it? Yeah, I guess just cooking it. Hypothetical, okay. I guess I would just cook it. Yeah. Google's how to cook pig. Bruh. Did you bought a miniature pig? The little one is doomed. Is this about the celebrity mini pigs? That's kinda hard since it was treated as a pet since infancy and not like a farm animal. No, I'm just joking. I mean, everything can be turned later on in the farm animal if it fits the criteria, you know? If it was raised in the house, that's still kind of a thing, you know? I guess it's just me and the environment I was raised in. My uncle... I have a pet goat. I had a pet goat. Yeah, had, not have. I've had a pet goat. That's nice. I don't know. Even for my sister's 21st birthday. God. No one expects my dad and brother eat it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wait a minute. Are the arms good? Mr. Goat, you're a good goat. Poor Mr. Goat. Was it actually called Mr. Goat? I remember my uncle, who's a farmer. Yes? That's cute. I've had a... I also tell the head. What head should I tell? Why did Devi not know about the goat? I think we've talked about the goat actually. I think we've talked about it. Not really as much, but I think we've talked about it. Yeah. We talked about the goat. Mr. Goat. I don't think I've caught up the name of it actually, but yeah. There's something about random people taking the head of the goat. Was it? I don't remember that detail. But that's some weird. I have good memory. Yeah. That's some weird thing. People just taking goat's head. There ain't no way it wasn't sacrificed to the devil or something like that. Or, you know, some other occultistic shit. They took the goat's head for food, did they? That's a really bizarre thing to take goat's head for food, you know? You don't have much meat on there. Not really. Really? It's not like meaty or anything like that. You don't get much food from it. They said it's good. Okay. Whatever floats someone's boats, I guess. I've seen pig and cow heads at the butcher shop. I imagine it's the same. The goat is just a little more rare. I see. I mean, I know that people, for example, are taking those things for soups and stuff, like, and pigs have meat on them, you know? So, like, hurt if you step on them. Damn, I wonder why. I hate goat heads. I can't get around this portion of the arm. Like, everything else is okay, but that specific portion of the arm. I was going to say something, but I think it's insensitive since this started with Mudus, but go. E. It was a joke, should I say? Mm-hmm. Fish soup the goat. Not the fish soup. Oh yeah, because like you're throwing in all the stuff. I think this is exactly what happened with the goat's head. Because like fish soup is just a soup made out of everything from the fish that is not usually edible. It would probably taste good. I love broth. Same. For some reason I really like chicken soup. Chicken noodle soup. Hi Skylar, got over here. How are you? Hoping how's going? And welcome back always. Got over here. How are you? Hoping how's going? Himi Pookie Rar. Bro. Hi hi. To be fair, in a good wins, we might even finish this illustration today. How long is stream today? I guess it's just normal length. 2 hours, right? Yeah, just the 2 hours, normal length. I was just doing a lot of short streams. Finally, I'm capable to... I'm capable. I was also capable, like, for example, yesterday and stuff, but I really wanted to do other things, you know? I'm also setting up plans for the stream, so I've finished the thing. I'm kind of like, you know, segregating a lot of stuff. Sad Royal isn't here today. Hopefully they are doing fine. Yeah, hopefully they are. Hopefully they are. You know, probably school and stuff. It's Thursday, right? Tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to work last time this week. Oh my, what am I going to do on the weekend? Probably just procrastinate and sit watching freaking shorts. Brain dead from all the entire week. That's what happened last time. Also, I guess I'm going to really wake up way later. Because recently it's been a really good sleeping weather and I'm not sleeping through well. I'm waking up really tired. Well, I'm getting a lot of energy later on, so I guess it's, you know... I guess it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? Okay, I think we finally got the arm in. That's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Let's just add the bounce slide because, you know... And... whatever. Let's just... Dancing dinosaurs, yes. Who drooled there? Why does it have to be a drool? JK. Oh, that's a really nice inside mouth color. I'm twitching. Why are you twitching? Because you're on Twitch? Twitchy, twitchy, twitch, twitch. Because YouTube sucks. True. What are Raora's eyes? They are Raora. I really like the way how they. Are you on caffeine? Who, me? Maybe? No? Guess? I think I finally ate properly. Say less. Which is a sign that you should drink more caffeine. Shouldn't. Say less. Start chugging black coffee. Bruh, literally, I'm on the verge of dissolving caffeine tablets in my coffee. Don't do that, by the way. That's like guaranteed hard at the same day. But like, I am really trying to get something. I only drink black coffee with no sugar, so I would be tweaking. I drink coffee with milk. Rip Karian. Oh my. Coffee doesn't work. Yeah. Or that's like that's the weirdest thing. That's like the weirdest thing because like I'm drinking coffee, it doesn't work for 5 to 6 hours, and then just out of nowhere I'm getting energy, you know? And I think that that is how it works, because at times I'm drinking coffee at like 17, 18, and just out of nowhere I'm capable to get some like second wind during like longer nights, you know? I drink carbonated fruit lemonade with added caffeine, and we call it energy drink. Coffee makes me sleep. Yeah, it's for me. For me, coffee is kind of like the thing. My caffeine come only from coffee and tea, so it still works for me. I mean, we don't have caffeine in any of our drinks. Like, actually, there are no caffeine enlisted in the drinks, in the sodas. So it's also coming, for me, it's also coming from coffee and tea, but for example, I'm having like 8 cups a day. I have no idea where they get the caffeine which they put into our drinks. Maybe it ain't caffeine. Oh my. Imagine. Oh my, oh my. Alexa, play Despacito 2! The caffeine aroma is caffeine too, but they write as aroma when it's less than 32 milligrams to 100 milliliters. But I've checked, we don't have even caffeine aroma on the drink. Let me, here, Dr. Pepper Cherry, let me check the thing. What do you have in Coke? Probably the same thing as this. Water, sugar, carbonates, things to tint this stuff. Anthocyanins, aromas, there we go, aromas. Acids, lemon acids, phosphor acids, apple acids, aroma. Oh yeah, there is a caffeine aroma, okay, on the Dr. Pepper. On Dr. Pepper there is. Do I have like the usual Coke I drink? I don't think so. Yeah. There ain't none bottle. I don't have the bottle on me. But I'm sure that the Coke I'm usually drinking doesn't have the caffeine aroma. I'm 100% sure because I've literally read through the entire thing after our conversation on that. And I'm sure it was that actually. Because like I was talking with my mom about that and how you know, most of the sodas actually have the caffeine aroma. And we started checking which had and which hadn't. And like, you know, Pixar I don't believe. Man, I really don't have that thing on me. You know, I really don't have the bottle on me. I would read it. I just don't have the bottle on me. How convenient. Sure. Let me check. I'm just teasing. I know. I'm just making fun. Caffeine aroma sounds like La Croix. On Mountain Dew, it's also the caffeine aroma. That's interesting. That guy had some interesting life. Which guy? LaCroix? Actually, is LaCroix like a drink? What is like LaCroix? Flavored carbonated water, I see. It's like any flavored water, it's just you don't have much flavoring. Alrighty folks, we are already at the 2 hours, we've finished coloring the skin, which was actually the goal of mine. I wasn't suspecting to finish it because I wasn't suspecting that I'm going to skip coloring absolutely any other element of hers. But yeah. Thanks Zega, thanks Karen, thanks Muta for being active in chat on Twitch, thanks Momo, Jimmy, Skylar, and Jimmy for being active in channel on YouTube. Am I mixing up the name? I mean, there was a guy like Lacroix. Yep, and folks, as always. As always, stay creative and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.